Hello, hello. So I was recently reminded of something, so I just wanted to come on and share. I felt like the Lord wanted me to share it with everyone, uh, so I'll do that. Rise and shine. Cheers. All right, so a couple weeks ago, I was talking to some friends about how I wanted to make chicken lo mein, but I didn't have a wok, and I felt like I needed a wok to make it right. I'm sure most people know what a wok is, but when you go to like the fast food restaurant, Chinese restaurant, and they're in the back and they have that pan that's kind of shaped like a bowl, and they're like back there cooking up your fried rice and all that. That's what a wok is. So I felt like I needed a wok because I wanted to make my lo mein right. So this was on a Sunday, and then the next day I got a wok for free. And obviously I was really excited about it because I needed it and I wanted to make my lo mein right. But I kind of had mixed feelings about how I got it, because I got the wok because a woman passed away, and then some people who knew her personally got permission from the family to go in and get some of her stuff, and then they gave me some stuff, including the wok. So that's how I got it. I was excited, but I felt like, oh, like that's kind of sad. And also, when the lady passed away, I don't know the whole story, but I think most of her family lives out of town or something like that. So they had junk people come in and throw out her stuff, and it was just a sobering reminder that, you know, when she was alive, she valued that stuff. Those were her treasures. But then after she passed away, it just became junk. So it's just a reminder that, you know, after this life, we can't take anything with us, and the things that we treasure now will eventually be junk. So that was just something I was thinking about after I got my wok, because the things of this world don't last. Like, eventually the luxury car will stop running, the watch will stop spinning. Yeah, and then so I was reading the Bible, and I ran across Matthew 6:19, and it talks about that, and it says, "Don't store up treasures here on earth, where moths eat them and rust destroys them, and where thieves break in and steal. Store your treasures in heaven, where moths and rust cannot destroy and thieves do not break in and steal. Wherever your treasure is, there the desires of your heart will be." So that pretty much just tells you that, you know, the things of this world will eventually wear out. They could get stolen, things like that. And the very first time that I ever heard this verse, I didn't really know like what it meant to store up your treasures. So I for some time I wasn't really sure. But when I read in Philippians, let's see, what's it, 3, it's a better understanding of like what that means exactly. Because Paul, who's an apostle of Jesus, he was explaining that he once had status, and he had respect, he had a high occupation, and all those things were valuable to him. But once he started following Jesus, that didn't matter to him anymore. Because he was a Pharisee, which is a religious leader. He knew like all the Bible. He had a high occupation. He was respected. But none of that really mattered once he realized that Jesus was more important than all of those things. So Philippians 3:7 says, "I once thought these things were valuable, but now I consider them worthless because of what Christ has done. Yes, everything is worthless when compared with the infinite value of knowing Christ Jesus my Lord. For his sake I have discarded everything else, counting it all as garbage, so that I could gain Christ." So that kind of just gives like a different perspective on like what it means to store up your treasures in heaven, because the things of this world will eventually fade away. Your status, if you're famous, like everyone in the world can know your name, but eventually no one's going to know your name. You're going to be gone. Your status will be gone. Your house, your cars, family, like everything. But Paul explains that what really matters is knowing Jesus, because that's in the eternal treasure, because once you have a relationship with Jesus, no one can take that away from you. That's a treasure that's stored in heaven, because where it's in Matthew, what I just read, before I read Philippians, it said, where your treasures are, that's where your heart will be. So if your treasure is a relationship with Jesus in heaven, that's where your heart will be. So it's just a good reminder that we can't take anything with us when we're gone. The only thing that's eternal is Jesus, a relationship with Jesus. So yeah, I think that's all that I had. But yeah, I hope this blessed someone, and have a happy Sunday and a happy Memorial Day. Bye.